Alright, we're still Christmas. It's 9 o'clock p.m. I don't feel too bad. I'm just publishing a lot of videos that I uploaded in English as I keep filming more English videos. I have 3 French ones that I put together that haven't been they're set to publish, but they have dates to publish, but they haven't been published yet. But I have to start working on that again. What is with that lens? Okay, looks better. So I did feel like I got a surge of anger today. And I didn't realize I was in that bad of a mood. I mean, I know I shot some videos this morning, but I didn't realize that... It's like, this is something that gets me triggered. And I've been trying to rack my brain on it when I was taking the bus going to the gym, because it happened just before that. This guy hit me up on one of these apps, and he wanted me to set him up with a program, and then he's like, oh, I'll take a massage too, because I do massage therapy. And I know how these guys with no heads on the apps work, especially if they don't ask for your address, but even with that, they don't show up or whatever, and it's just sometimes about just talking without having to do anything, actually just saying things, because I guess, and it's Christmas, you know what I mean? Well, it was the day before Christmas that he was talking to me, and then you could tell he's impatient. He's like, oh, I'm available today if you're available. No. Let's say this weekend, or maybe even Friday. You know, it never goes well when they're like, oh, I could do now. It's like, look at your picture. It describes who you are. And, yeah. Not bending over backwards for you, Sonny. So, but then again, you never know. Sometimes they're legit, sometimes, you know. So me, it's about me setting my boundaries, but not getting so angry. So, we're talking again today. He hits me up. I send him a few messages back. And then I just asked him what his weight was, because I was curious. You know, am I attracted to him at least, you know? Why does that matter? Doesn't really, but if he's going through all this effort to try to get with me, you know, under the guise of me training him, because a lot of times it's just that, it's a thrill for them. I might as well see if I'm attracted. But you know, so I asked him his height and weight, and then I just let it go at that. And then he texts me back, he says, oh, it's like he kept dragging on the conversation. And then I got pissed. I'm like, bruh, it's Christmas. I'll see you Friday. And then he replies back, like, I was just kidding. It kind of like, on Facebook, there was this guy who was catfishing everyone, several people. He was catfishing me, you know, about the gay thing, that he wanted someone to help him come out. And then he was catfishing 2 of the women at the same time, you know what I mean? It's kind of like that, you know. And of course you want to just take him and, you know, just throw him off a window or something. And the question is, because I'm thinking like my psychologist, why does that bother me? I think I wrote a few things as to why that bothered me. But, you know, it's so hard. That's the hardest thing for me. And I didn't and, you know, I know that if I'm in a pissed off mood, I'm going to bark at everybody. So don't come in me when I'm no when to back off, and it's like he didn't know when to back off. It's like there was no boundaries. So I said, look, bruh, it's Christmas. I don't care if you're available today or whatever. You're not worth it. You are not worth it. Right? But he didn't want to say it that way. So however he took me saying, bruh, it's Christmas. You know, on text messages, sometimes you could take things as very abrupt. Which it was on my, but he doesn't know that. He takes it the way he takes it. And then, you know, I just let the messages go a bit further, and I said, look, I'll see you Friday. And he says, oh, if you're available Thursday, and blah, 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 blah. And I said, Friday's fine. And he says, okay. So it's like he's backing off. I don't know, I feel like I have to prove myself to my psychologist. Like, I know where this is going. It's not like I'm seeing it negatively. I know how they work on this, these apps, especially with no clear head photo or whatever. Yeah, I have a telephone number. That doesn't mean anything. So, part of me feels that I have to try to convince my psychologist, but it has to do with me. Let me just see what I was getting at here with the yeah, I pretty much said everything. I felt he didn't have any boundaries. He was encroaching on my boundaries. I guess that's the thing with like knowing what my boundaries are. Look, I wanted to say, look, are you that pathetic that you have to talk to me on Christmas? Really? Are you trying to make a friendship by texting and not come in person? Like, that stuff I wanted to say, but I didn't know how to say it without belittling this guy. You know. So this is difficult times for me. I'm not 100% sure it's a catfish. And I know through my psychologist that you have to test it out anyways. The issue is that I get very angry. So that's where I'm at. I don't know how to I know I'm allowed to get angry and feel emotions. And I don't feel like I want to kill myself because of it. I feel like I want to, you know, at the time I felt like I wanted to make him feel like shit for bothering me, you know. I don't know what to do with it, you know. So that was it. And I went to my workout and it was okay, you know. I'm glad I went. And then I started feeling better when I got home, I guess. I went to Chinatown, I got some seitan in a can. And it was the first time I had seitan and I didn't know it was gluten. I mean, I knew that a few months ago. I read that somewhere. You take gluten and you can make it into a meat-like texture. But I forgot about it, I guess. So I saw this was like braised gluten bits at a Chinese I won't say Asian because I know what the cashiers were speaking most probably Mandarin. um, I mean, our Chinatown is kind of like Asian town, but I'll say a Chinese store mostly, and the can was about $3.50, but it was so good, and it said braised gluten bits or something like that, and then underneath it said seitan. I'm like, oh, I want some of that. So I took that, and they also had. This is not the typical store that I go to. It looks a little dirtier. I would go to the one that I'm familiar with, which is in the basement, which I guess comparatively it's cleaner, but it's bigger. It's not like a little corner grocery store. It's like a bigger one, you know. So it gave me that feel of being in like a box chain, a chain grocery store. I don't know. That I could kind of be on my own and look around and stuff. You know what I mean? As opposed to being hunched and stuck going through the aisles and stuff. I don't know. But I decided to go in there, and they had jackfruit, sliced jackfruit, and I bought that, which also has a meaty texture, and it was good. When you're not haven't eaten for a long time, it's not overly sweet, but it was good. I had that and the seitan, and I bought blueberries, which were pretty cheap too, and I didn't even take a bag. I lived down the block from there, and then I put it in my smoothie. So that was good. And now I'm doing this. I must finish that. And hopefully I'll be able to do one more thing that I need to do before I go to bed. And this video, which has gotten a little long. Alright.